And the acolyte should be showing up right about now. I'm just going to enthrall a couple of people just for fun. Alright, let's see. Oh, and he's dead. I would say out of all the builds that I did show you, I think the most optimal version of a build is, I would say this. Hi there, welcome to my Revenant build guide and how I play Revenant. I will also be doing a steel path run just to show you that the build works, and I will be explaining how it functions. Please enjoy. This is Revenant and what he looks like right now, and it looks cool and all, but this is how I chose to make him look because it looks better to me. Anyway, for his build, if you want to quickly get his build pretty much looks like this from what I've built for him. This works out relatively well. I have subsumed dispensary on him because I do want to be able to use his alt effectively and whenever I want. I know the duration, the negative duration will take away from his enthrall, but that is why we have multi-efficiency giving us 36% duration back. So that will bring him back to above 100% duration for his enthrall, and I've never needed to enthrall anyone more than 30 seconds. Now a couple of variations that I have gone through is you can change fleeting expertise for streamline, and then you'll get some duration back. This is workable, and this is why we have dispensary. It makes the build quite versatile so that you can lose efficiency. You just have to play a bit differently whether or not you go for less duration or less efficiency. There's also a very comfortable way of playing where it's less overall strength, and that would involve doing this. Then you've pretty much got positive stats under duration, efficiency, range, and strength, which also works well. Important note for his alt, you can see that it does scale with range, but this doesn't affect the amount, like the actual radius of his entire alt. This affects the thickness of the lines that his alt shoots out, which I haven't found makes the biggest difference. I have tried a build with him where I had overextended and all that good stuff in, but it doesn't really give you a lot more damage as far as I can see. I could be wrong. I fully accept that I could be wrong, but yeah, I don't see a major difference there. Also, another variation is obviously just taking out Augur Message for Intensify, giving you back some of that strength, which is always good. And then with multi-efficiency, your ability duration will go over well over 130, which is good. The main reason for all my mods is obviously strength, right? Prime Continuity and Transient Fortitude always work well together because a lot of strength, and it halves your Prime Continuity, but it makes sure that you don't go into the negatives and gives you a bit of duration back, which is always good. The strength mods, these are the optional slots in my opinion. Are the 2 strength slots here, and I feel like this needs to have some sort of efficiency in it, whether or not it's streamline or fleeting expertise. Prime Flow, because I am doing more of a caster build, so I do like to have the big pool of energy. Equilibrium, this is what together with a Vorpaphyla makes dispensary really good on almost any Warframe in the game. It practically gives you infinite mana in a sense. For my Vorpaphyla, it is a Panzer Vorpaphyla. This is my mod setup. The most important things here are obviously the synth fiber. This is the mod that allows you to pick up the health orbs, and then Equilibrium will convert them to energy. So, how does this work, right? Is your alt actually viable with this build, with having no duration? So obviously first dispensary, you get your Mesm skin up, and you can essentially from this point onwards just essentially stay in your alt forever. Like, it doesn't matter, like even your empowered alt, you can do this forever. You can cast dispensary whilst in your alt, so I mean that just takes that issue away completely. So you can see they bit of a struggle with the energy upkeep, at some points. This you can completely negate by going at least one more duration mod. But essentially you are not going to spam your alt that much. It is a cool ability to use, and I do use it to clear rooms, but it's not going to be the overall winner. The Phantasma, which I'm also using just because it's Revenant, and I really like the Phantasma, and now that the Phantasma Prime's out, even better. For the Phantasma, I mean, there are essentially a ton of builds that you can run on this. This is mine for the time being. I did waste the last of my credits trying to upgrade my acceleration. I need to go do the index or the profit taker to get some credits, but probably the next time you see the Phantasma, this will be fully leveled up. In any case, this is pretty much the build. I went for Viral Heat, as you do on most weapons, because it's just so powerful. Now, let's go and see how it runs on the Steel Path. I would say out of all the builds that I did show you, I think the most optimal version of a build is, I would say this. Just like that. Makes your duration a lot more comfortable on your dispensary. And this would essentially allow you to have a place where you can almost, you know, if your Volperfiler is up and running, where you can pretty much just keep your alt up almost permanently. In fact, probably permanently. You see, so a lot of alt that can happen here. You're gonna have no issues with energy. You're going to be able to spam your alt for as long as you essentially want. This is way longer than you would ever need to, but you can just continue throwing out the dispensary and keeping your empowered alt up, and you can just do it. And you know, if you do run into a position where it's like, okay, my energy is running a bit low now, you know, you can chill for a while, maybe recast your Mesmer skin. You will have to recast your Mesmer skin every now and then just wait for dispensary to fill you up completely. And then just carry on alting if you want to. Just a small little tip, if nobody knew, we are losing Reeve using this build, but one thing that you can do in Reeve, for example, if you don't run something like dispensary, or you have Reeve, let's say you subsumed over slot 1 with whatever skill you want to do, Reeve can be used during your alt to actually move your alt. If you would ever want to do anything like that for some reason. It's great. So maybe you're in your alt animation and you start getting hit, your Mesmer skins off. You can quickly Reeve out of the way, get out your alt, and quickly Mesmer skin. It's also a good application for that. Alright, so I'm just going to be doing this Kuva Survival just because this seems to be the benchmark that everybody is using. I will run any other map if people have any other suggestions of Steel Path maps that you find difficult, but apparently this is one that a lot of people do find difficult, so we will be running this one, and I'll show you what I do and how really simple it is to just survive as a Revenant. Okay, so you know, you can chuck out your dispensary first, get your Mesmer skin going so long. You know, it could be a good idea just to wait for dispensary to quickly just top you up on energy. There we go. Now let's do it.
As expected, Grenier have shut down the environmental system, sending modified life support capsules.
So the Phantasma, let's show this off first. I mean, just first of all, you're gonna want to get some stacks first, you know, before it becomes really deadly. But you'll see it becomes deadly quite quick. You know, you can always just chuck out a dispensary, just to always have a dispensary down. It's always good. Try to always time when you reapply your Mesmer skin to when you are immune. So next immune, I'm going to be Mesmer skin like this now. Boom, and I lose very minimal there. Sometimes you do run out. It could be a good idea to go out into your operator mode and just quickly go invisible, go somewhere safe, and reapply it there. Anyway, you can see the Phantasma is an absolute beast of a weapon. So, for example, now we wanna do some alt funny business. It's gonna reapply Mesmer skin. Does it kill? I mean, yes, of course it does. It is quite strong in damage, especially when your strength is maxed out as mine is. Chuck out dispensary, there's almost no enemies left. So yeah, I'd say, you know, it's quite strong. I mean, there's almost no enemies left. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. We're going to do a little bit of a survival just for like 10 minutes or so. I'll show you what it's like against acolytes. I'll use my ult against acolytes as well, so I can show you that. Always there, I'm not too afraid to reapply my mesmer skin just in front of their faces as well. Just because you have a shield gate, and the shield gate normally is more than enough time to just reapply your mesmer skin. You can see Phantasma is taking care of business. Also the Inodem, which I didn't show you. If you guys want me to show you what I built on it, let me know. I can do a little bit of a guide or something on it. No big issues there, but the Inodem, also fantastic. Just get up 3 stacks there, evolve it, and there we go. You see, we're off. Deals also a ton of damage, and also can just take care of crowds of enemies, like so. Very, very good. I know a lot of people don't like Inodem. I'm not 100% too sure why they don't like Inodem, but you know, to each their own.
Prepare for life support.
Just generally in survival, it's good to try and stay closer to the actual survival, or the to the life support. It's just good to generally try and stay closer to the life support, just because, you know, it's handy, and it just, yes, it is terrible though against like single target people. But like, I don't like the idle animation on it. But if you're running and gunning like this, you'll see it does cut up them boys quite well. Almost got in trouble there. I let my mesmer skin actually just wear off. Also, I do, in my secondary slot, I do have the Latem equipped. I don't know if anyone wants to see another Latem build, but you know, if you guys want to, I'll always be happy to do it. So I'm going to chuck down the dispensary, and the acolyte should be showing up right about now. I'm just going to enthrall a couple of people just for fun. Alright, let's see. Oh, and he's dead. As you can see, yes, he's ult. Yeah, I mean, it is quite powerful, right? It is quite powerful. Takes care of acolytes quite easily. No big issues there. I generally like to keep enthrall instead of reeve, just because, you know, it's more defensibility. Look at this. Nobody's even shooting me. You know, it's quite nice. And whenever you get sick of them, just, you know, just wipe the room. Like so. Yeah. Yeah, all good and heard. Yeah, I find no issues being Revenant at this point in time. It's quite easy being Revenant. I mean, his weapon is great. His abilities are great. God, everything's just great about him. I really do enjoy him quite a bit. No big issues. Obviously, the Latem, as I was trying to say, the Latem is the Latem, right? So, I mean, you have also the same kind of power where you just blow up a room. You know, it's just a fantastic weapon that deals a fantastic amount of damage. If you guys want a guide on that ever, also very happy to do that. So let me know. Yeah, just a grand old time. See, like I just did there, I'm gonna quickly come here and reapply my Mesmer skin because I almost just died. Because I wasn't looking. I was just zoning out. It's good that that happened, but that's a practical application of what I mentioned earlier. Could happen and has happened to me because when it gets to a point of like it's so easy to play a Warframe that you almost don't pay attention. I mean, that's in a nutshell what Revenant is to me. You have to manage your stacks. You for sure have to manage your stacks. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time a few times, and just die and not know why you just died. Or you're probably gonna die and you'll be like, ah, I forgot to activate Mesmer skin. Shit. Like I almost did. Ooh, another acolyte. Ooh, we're gonna handle it the exact same way. Put down a dispensary, right? We've already got some thralls. Gonna get some more just for funsies. Right? I don't know where he is. There he is. Let's just ult him. Let's see what ult does to him. I mean, he doesn't like the ult, does he? Phew. It is strong. It is for sure strong. Also, the other very, very nice thing about dispensary is it refills your Phantasma's ammo, which mine has run out a few times. Almost at the 10-minute mark. Just having the most chill time ever. Let's enthrall some more guys. Let's have some fun with him. I think it's probably time to just look at getting another life support. Just because, you know, it's getting to 40. It's getting to 40. And I'm feeling slightly, almost, you know, just like a hair, a little bit uncomfortable. So I don't want that. You know, you don't want that. Especially not as Revenant. Wow. I have no idea where the exit is. Will I find the exit? Is what I want to know. There we go. Ooh. So I'm obviously exiting now because, you know, it's like 10 minutes and I feel like you can see what's going on. I'll go up to like 11 just to, you know, let's keep it fair. Hello. Let's murder that guy. Yeah, I feel like everybody gets the idea. But Revenant's pretty okay. He is in a pretty good spot. He is feeling rather good about himself. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's gonna stay the same. So I'm just gonna casually leave. There we go, and that's it. Very comfortable and easy. Yeah, and that's this was actually the build that I did that exact Steel Path survival with, the one with the slightly more duration, and it is comfortable because you can throw out your dispensary for a good long while before it expires. I wouldn't say I have any complaints with Revenant. I think he is in a really solid spot. His mesmer skin has been fixed. Yeah, no issues. Most important part about this is that I try and build the Warframes that I play with for the specific reason that I want to play everything with them. So this build can pretty much play everything that there is to play in the game, except, you know, everybody's going to make the argument of Spy. But for Spy, if I want to play Revenant, I'm still going to take Revenant in, and I'm going to go into the actual Spy area with my operator, go invisible and do it, because Spy is not hard.